Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I've got quite a few. I'm gonna jump right in. So the first one we're gonna talk about is this beauty right here. This is Un Jardin sur le Toit from Hermes. This is a stunning perfume. It's one of my favorite hot weather perfumes in my collection. This is a slightly sweet, kind of grassy rose. I think it's got a little bit of pear in it. It's got grass, it's got rose, and it's beautiful. It's very fresh. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like watery smelling, but it's very fresh and very tart, very crisp, just gorgeous in hot weather. It lasts absolutely forever. This fragrance is such a beast on me. I can get a good 8 hours out of it easily. It's just a gorgeous fragrance. It's one of my favorites from this line. It's just beautiful. If you're a rose lover, I think you would really like this. It's beautiful. It's really unique. It's a very unique smelling rose, and I just think it's stunning. So that is Hermes Un Jardin sur le Toit. Okay, next we've got this beauty. This is Mugler Angel, the EDT formulation. What I love about Mugler fragrances is most of the time they retain their original, like the original DNA or the DNA of the original pillar fragrance, and I love that. I love it when flankers have something to do with the original pillar fragrance. A lot of times flankers will have nothing to do with the original fragrance, and you know, in my opinion, the reason you would make a flanker is because the pillar was so good, or was so popular that you wanted to make something like the pillar fragrance, but just a little bit different. And a lot of times that just, it ends up not being the case. That is definitely the case with a lot of Mugler fragrances, and this one is no different. This takes me straight back to 1997, 98. I love it. It's so nostalgic smelling for me. This is much lighter though, much more wearable than the original. This has some berries in the top. It's very light and effervescent smelling. It still has the beautiful patchouli, but it's not like a chocolatey or earthy patchouli at all. It's a very light, clean patchouli. It's just beautiful. It's a stunning fragrance. I love it. But you still smell like you're wearing Angel, but a very like light, more modern, updated version of Angel. It's gorgeous. I love this fragrance. It is a monster of a fragrance. It's great in all weather. Like you can wear this all year round. I love to wear it in the heat because it holds up really well in the heat. It's a monster. And it's a super, super cozy warm weather scent for me. Part of it is just because it's so nostalgic, but it really is a cozy fragrance. It's gorgeous. It's got all of the like beautiful characteristics of Angel without any of the heaviness. I love it. It's gorgeous. So that is Mugler Angel, the EDT formulation. Okay, next I pulled out my Kim Kardashian Pure Honey. I love this fragrance. This is another comforting fragrance for me. It smells like something from the 80s, from my childhood. There's so many of us that say that. Tons of people have said it smells like this shampoo or it smells like this product. Most of the things that have been recommended as like what it smells like are things that I have never heard of. So I don't think it is any of those things for me. I still can't figure it out. There's something, but I love this. This is a sweet white floral and honey. It's such an amazing celebrity scent. I love it. This is kind of one of those polarizing fragrances. People either really love it or they really hate it. I really, really love it. Again, it's very comforting, very nostalgic smelling for me. This thing is an absolute monster. I can wear this any time of year, but I love to wear it in the heat because again, it's a very cozy hot weather scent for me, and it lasts forever. I can get a good 8 hours out of this easily. Such a good underrated celebrity scent. So that is Kim Kardashian Pure Honey. Okay, this next one surprised me. I have not typically had great luck with Kayali fragrances, so much so that I just don't even bother with them anymore. I really want to get my nose on the new pistachio one as well as the like burning cherry one. I can't remember what it's called. It might be burning cherry. But yeah, I would love to get my nose on them, but I don't want to waste my money because they just don't perform well on me. This is the Kayali Utopia Vanilla Coco 21. I pulled this out because, you know, I love the way that it smells. I had the best luck this past wear than I've ever had with it in the past. I was able to smell this for a good 3 or so hours, which for me and Kayali is really, really good. It probably, in fact, I bet other people could smell it on me even longer than that. I just quit smelling it after about the 3-hour mark, but it probably hung around for maybe 4 or 5 hours. It was very, very hot that day, like in the 90s, and very, very humid. So I think it was a combination of it just really did well in the heat, but also I've had this for a couple years now and it's been able to sit and really kind of deepen up. It's a lot deeper smelling now than when I first got it, like much more rich smelling. I love it. It's another like coconut white floral. This has a little bit of like a nuttiness to it though, so it is kind of a typical coconutty, beachy white floral, but it's got a little something different in it, like a little bit of a nuttiness. It's really, really gorgeous. It's warm, it's cozy, it's gorgeous in warm weather, and I love it. It's a gorgeous coconut fragrance, really stunning. So, and again, I got a good 3-4 hours out of this time, which for me was amazing. So that is Kayali Utopia Vanilla Coco 21. Okay, next I wore a Dreamhouse Ikiryo fragrance. This is Dreamhouse Ikiryo, the Swan Maiden. I love this. This is the most beautiful kind of vintage leaning, kind of like dry floral. I love it. It's got maybe the slightest touch of a powderiness to it. Very slightly sweet, just beautiful kind of vintage style floral. I absolutely adore this fragrance. I wore this because I woke up to an email that Dreamhouse is having a buy one get one sale. So in honor of the buy one get one sale, I immediately pulled one of my Dreamhouse fragrances because I adore them. They're some of my most favorite fragrances in my collection. They're comforting for me. I just absolutely love. This has a little bit of a cleanliness to it. It's a little bit skin-like, just gorgeous. And it's an absolute monster. I mean, I was not able to wear anything else the day that I wore this, and I smelled like this until I took a shower the next day. It's an absolute beast. It's a beauty. So anyways, that is Dreamhouse Ikiryo, the Swan Maiden. Okay, next I wore this beauty. This is Aquolina Pink Sugar. This is one of my comfort fragrances. I absolutely adore this perfume. I have had this bottle for ages. I've had this bottle for probably 7 or 8 years now. I've had it forever. It still smells fantastic. It never goes bad. It never goes off. It just still smells exactly like it always has. It is fantastic. I'm almost scared to work through this bottle and buy another one because I don't feel like this has ever been reformulated, but I'm afraid that like if I go to buy a new bottle, it will have been reformulated and then I'll be so sad. This is delicious. This is like burnt sugar and caramel. It's got a ton of notes in it. It's got flowers in it. I think it's got some spices in it. Vanilla, caramel. It's amazing. Licorice. It's got a little bit of licorice in it. I don't get a lot of the licorice though, but I do think that the licorice is what lends to that kind of burnt sugar smell, because it doesn't have like anything in it that would smell like burnt sugar. So I think it's like the sweetness along with the touch of licorice that gives it that kind of burnt sugar smell. I love this. It's one of my comfort scents. I wear this to bed most of the time, and I think I put this on the day that I wore the Kayali. So as soon as the Kayali wore off, I went ahead and put my pink sugar on. Yeah, and this got me through until I took a shower the next day. So love this one. Such a staple in my collection. So that is just the original Aquolina Pink Sugar. Okay, next I wore one of my generic perfumes. This is the generic Shalimar Millisime Vanilla Planifolia from Guerlain. This smells almost identical to it. Like, identical. Smells exactly like it. I love it. I love it so much. And I want a bottle of that perfume so badly. It's like way high up on my wish list. Like, I really want to get it. But thankfully this oil is holding me over because it smells exactly like it. I really don't need a bottle of it because this really does smell exactly like it. I just want a bottle of it. But yeah, and this is an absolute beast too. This oil lasts forever, 8-10 hours easily. I love it. Such a good dupe oil. So that is the generic perfumes Shalimar, Millisime, Vanilla Planifolia from Guerlain. And then at some point I sprayed this on. This is the Andromeda's Moon, inspired by Dior Vanilla Diorama. This is one that I just kind of keep out and I spray it on when I'm just trying to work through it. I like this. I think it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's, I've not smelled the real thing. I have a feeling that this is very close though, because I don't know. I just have a feeling. I've smelled a lot of fragrances from this Dior line, the kind of higher end Dior line. And I just have a feeling this is a really good dupe. It's fine. It's kind of like a warm, maybe slightly spiced, slightly resinous vanilla. It's very light. It doesn't last for very long at all, which is why I'm kind of just trying to work through it, because I'll smell this for maybe 15 minutes or so after I spray it on, and then it just completely disappears. So yeah, it's not anything I would want a full bottle of, and it's just fine. I just sprayed it on trying to work through it. So that is the Andromeda's Moon, inspired by Vanilla Diorama from Dior. Okay, and then the last 4 that I wore, these are all my new Alkemia oils. So, which I went back and looked at my Alkemia order. I got everything that I ordered. For whatever reason, I was thinking that I had ordered Trick or Treat, but I'm thinking that that I started a cart and Trick or Treat actually sold out. So I think I went ahead and got the All Hallows Eve instead because it's very similar. So yeah, let's talk about the All Hallows Eve. That is the first one, or that is one of the ones I wore. This is the 2022 All Hallows Eve Alchemy. They're all very similar. Like, no matter what year it comes from, they're all similar. They all have kind of similar notes. So this one is like, I can't remember everything that's in it. I think this has got a touch of licorice in it though, some caramel. It smells yummy, fall-like something that you want to eat. It is an absolute beast of a fragrance. Lasted forever on me and I loved it. I will wear this in the heat. I will wear it in the cold. I can't wait to try these in the cold weather though, because if they perform this well in the heat, I can only imagine how well they're going to perform in the cold weather. This is like fall in a bottle for me though, and I'm head over heels in love with it. This is one of my favorites that I picked up. So that is the 2022 All Hallows Eve Alchemy, such a good one. Okay, and then next I wore both of the Arcanum Experiments one. This is the 2023 Arcanum Experiments number 7, and this one is so gorgeous. This is the one that I think has like marshmallow sugar and lavender pastilles or something. I'll have the notes on the screen for you, but I think that's what this one is. This one is kind of sweet, a little tiny bit powdery, maybe the slightest, tiniest bit kind of vintagey smelling. Yeah, it's a little bit, there's something very nostalgic about this that kind of takes me back to my childhood. It smells like candy and flowers. It's gorgeous. I love it. One of these performed really well and one of them performed fine, but not as good, but not as well as a lot of the other Alkemia fragrances that I've tried. I feel like this is the one that I only got maybe 3 hours out of or so, which is completely fine. I mean, if I wanted to smell like this all day, I would just carry this with me and reapply it discreetly because it's super small, is going to travel super well, and you can reapply it discreetly without having to spray something, which is something that I really enjoy about oils. But yeah, this is a beauty. I love the way this smells. It smells amazing on. But again, I think this one only lasted maybe 3-ish hours or so. So that is the 2023 Arcanum Experiments number 7. I also wanted to tell you guys that the July sale isn't going on anymore, but these are all still on sale. These are all still like $12-ish if you're interested. Okay, and then the other one is the 2023 Arcanum Experiments number 8. This is another one. This one is even more like tart, like fruity tart candy light. This one really is very tart. It smells citrusy, floral, like a citrus floral candy or something. It's really, really pretty. I can't remember which one. I want to say the number 7 is the one that didn't perform as well, but it could have been this one. I'll have to retest them and then let you know, because I meant to make a note of it somewhere so I knew exactly which one, but I completely forgot. But yeah, they're both beautiful. One of them performs better than the other, but I love them. When you see the notes on the screen, you'll see why I love these, because the notes they're all kind of gourmand leaning and just yummy. So that is the Alkemia Arcanum Experiments number 8. And then last but not least, I wore this little sample from Alkemia. This is called Luminae, and this doesn't really have a note breakdown. This basically just says that it works with your body chemistry to create like its own kind of individual scent. And this is just kind of like, to me, a slightly sweet, kind of slightly nutty smelling musk, like skin musk. I loved this. It smelled way better on my skin than it did in the vial. This one actually ended up pulling very sweet on me, which I really liked, but not overly sweet, like candy sweet or like gourmand sweet. It was more of like a really sweet, like skin scent, like sweet skin, like sweet, clean, milky skin. Like maybe you just got out of a beautiful, sweet honey milk bath or something. That's what this ended up smelling like on me, and it was gorgeous. I also didn't think that this was super fragrant, but I was able to smell this on me. Like I was kind of in a cloud of this for a good 2 or 3 hours or so. It's really beautiful. This one is really, really unique. And I feel like just depending on your skin chemistry, you know, you're going to have a different experience. I loved how it smelled on me though. Really, really beautiful. I would definitely, consider buying a full bottle of this just because it's just kind of fun. It's a really interesting fragrance. So that is Alkemia Luminae. And that is gonna be it, guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.